When we lose blue-collar workers steadily for 20 years, that is about identity. When they sweep in and take over rural counties, right? That is about identity. We lose Latino voters. That's about identity. And when we squabble in public, we point fingers at each other and label each other and say, please, Republicans, stab me in the back. That is about identity. All right. I wanted to make it bigger. I want you to think about this. Make America great again. You got to kind of admire them, right? Yeah. They are a minority party, and they've created something that lets people feel part of it no matter what they believe. Right? Wow. And they've managed to get to 48, 49% of the country, and they don't belong there. Now, I hope you understand, that is not a political slogan. That is not messaging. MAGA is an emotional home. It says, I belong. It says, if I wear the hat, I'm somebody. It's about feeling powerful, belonging to the tribe. That's why all those pickup trucks are driving around with giant flags giving you the finger. They're not going to drive around with one that says, I'm Bob. I was just going to apologize to Bob. It's about belonging. Okay? This is why facts don't matter. This is why logic doesn't matter. They don't matter because MAGA is their emotional home. It's their family. So, what's our emotional home? What's our family? What is it that stands out and inspires every single Democrat in this country? And I don't mean Michigan. I don't mean Ohio. I don't mean white Americans or black Americans or Puerto Rican Americans or gay Americans. I mean everybody. Every single Democrat in this country. What do we stand for? What unites us as a family? What unites us as Americans with Americans? Identity. Identity is the foundation for everything you do. The stuff that consumes you all year long. It's based on identity. It's the basement. The house is what you live in, but the identity is the basement. Now, there's identity, and there's branding. Branding, the new buzzword, right? Everyone's got to brand the Democratic Party. Well, how many of you got into, let's skip part of my script here, you'll have to excuse me, because if I start wandering, we're all lost. Branding is how you sell something. Branding is how you sell a whole bunch of products under one label. Coke is a brand. Ford is a brand. Kleenex is a brand. Are you a brand? I got a question. How many of you got into this? Got into politics and the Democratic Party because you want to help people? How many people got into this because you're worried about the country and you want to make this a better country? How many of you walked out on a very long day and decided to knock on a few more doors because you care? That emotion, that passion comes from identity. It doesn't come from messaging. Now, branding is really important. If we want to win elections, you got to have branding. You got to use all these marketing techniques. But underneath that is substance. Underneath that is who we are. And we tend to forget it. We get lost in words like branding. The truth is, this party is fractured. I'm not with the party, so I can stand up here and say things to you. The Democratic Party is fractured. We point fingers at each other. We're urban, we're rural, we're white, we're black. That's what they want. A lot of Americans don't know who we are anymore. Right? How many people you talk to when you're out there knocking on doors and say you're a bunch of fascist, communist, whatever? Baby killers, yeah. You can see my emails. And a lot of these people would not have said that 10 years ago or 20 years ago. We've lost the sense of our basic identity with a lot of Americans. And a lot of Democrats don't know who we are either. I'm talking to people who's in really red county, really red. You got people that are afraid to say they're Democrat, right? That's wrong. They're afraid to say it because they've been beaten down with lies and a false identity. We have to fix that. Now, the good news is we have an identity. And it's lying right at our feet. It's our core values, our core beliefs. Because our core values and our core beliefs are American values and American beliefs. Now let me tell you something. We own values. They don't have any they can admit to. We own values. Most people believe in the values we believe in. You've all got this card. I can't get it out, though. This isn't my mic. You all saw this thing. You saw that creed. This is what you put in your pocket next time somebody says, well, why are you a Democrat? Well, what do you think of this? I believe this. Do you believe this? Most Republicans believe this. They won't admit they don't. I've had conversations, I've gotten the FU emails and all that. And when I send back saying, well, this is what I believe, do you believe? And they'll say, well, of course I do, but I want a border wall. This is just talking nonsense. It isn't. It's our foundation of who we are. All right. These values, however, will not become our identity until we write it down and we proclaim it. We hold it up and we say, this is who we are, over and over and over. Exactly like they've repeated the lies over and over to get people to believe. We have to pick up our basic identity. There's campaigning, there's all the other stuff. But we have to say, this is who we are, and keep saying it for as long as it takes to get every Democrat in this country to believe it, and then every American to believe it. Now, I don't know if you can read that or not. I wrote the book. I did. But I did not write the creed. It's on that little card in front of your plate there. You can't see the screen. 8 people got together to help me write that creed. One of them was a Bernie socialist, capital S, big city, socialism first, Democrat second. One of them was a woman in Indiana, drives a pickup truck. One of them was Amy McGrath, Marine fighter pilot down in Kentucky. And our goal was to create a set of beliefs that every single Democrat in this country, be they progressive, moderate, white, black, gay, straight, every single person would say, this is who I am. Look at the first one. All people are created equal. Look at the third one. The second one's good too, but these documents demand freedom, justice, and opportunity for all Americans. Does that look familiar? Now, where have you seen it? The Declaration of Independence. It's taken right out of the opening of the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence belongs to us. It's the soul of our party. Everything we promote and fight over, policies, stems from this basic values. If you believe all people are created equal, then you have to believe gay people are created equal too. You have to believe black people and white people and Hispanic people and coal miners. They're all created equal. 4th of July is our holiday. Next time, put some yard signs out that say, freedom, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, vote Democrat. Because that's who we are. Now, this creed is the real point of the book. There's other stuff in there, our origin story, which is something else we've completely forgotten. But that creed is why we want you to adopt the creed. I want you to go back to your counties and talk to people. We want you to do what they're doing in Ohio. We want counties to adopt the creed officially. All right, I'm running out of time. So, moving right on. First question. Keep these questions in your head. What is a Democrat? Everybody. Okay? We don't talk about this, but you got to think about it. You got to think about it. And what, when we say the party, are we talking about the organization? Are we talking about the state party, the DNC in Washington?
No.
Or is it everybody?
Everybody.
And if it's everybody, what really empowers and connects us? You guys are the county people. You notice I didn't mention you because you guys face down. You're not part of the power of money. You face the community. You're the ones that control identity. Second question. I'm sorry. Come at 5 o'clock because I don't have time to give you the whole thing. I don't have time to talk about this. Are we more than a political party? Hey, yeah, everybody's leaning forward, right? Are we? But if we focus, our whole focus is the next election, then take a breath and then focus on the next one, then we are just a political party. If we focus on a just society as long as it takes, for 10 years, if that's what it takes, then we become a moral force for change. But it's not a cliche. You've got to decide what it is you really believe. I'm racing here, Kathy. I know Debbie's, somebody tell me Debbie's can't get out of the kitchen. Okay, what do you see up there?
Football.
Excuse the Browns. Brown bag. You see an image. You see two equal teams on a level playing field playing a game, right? Now what do you see? Think about it. This is what most Americans see. Two political parties competing in a game-like thing. Do we want them to see that? Or do we want them to see us alone as the champions of making the future work for America, of making hope work for America? We're not going to do this overnight. We're going to have to do this for a long time. And I'm about to stop because now I'm down to the 2-minute mark. So I'm going to leave you with you guys. I really wish I had an hour. You guys are the blood of the party. Yeah. It's not the Michigan Democratic Party, it's not the DNC, it's the county parties. You decide how people look at us. You decide how people think. It's up to you to do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to stop because I'm about to get the hook and say 5 p.m. I want to continue this conversation. I want you guys there to talk to me and to Brian and to everybody else. So I have to stop now, right?